It's been a while since we've done this, and I don't know about you, but I've missed Spurs playing football. And finally, after the international break, Spurs are back in action against Everton at Goodison Park. Hello everyone, welcome back, or hello if you're new, and let's get into the Everton preview. Now, just to refresh our memories, obviously our last game was against Burnley, and we all remember that disappointing last few minutes when we dropped 2 points in stoppage time. Yeah, let's move on from that. And since then, we've had a very successful, or pretty successful, end to the transfer window, and we signed quite a few players. And I must say, I'm quite excited to see them play. However, I'm not sure if they're 100% fit enough. Well, probably they are, but they haven't really trained with the first team that much. So it'll be interesting to see who Poch selects this time round. Wait for it. Rose and Lamela are still out injured. Honestly, I've been saying this so much, it's not even funny anymore. And Kudu's also injured, and so is Wanyama. He got injured before Burnley in training, and now he's apparently going to miss a few more weeks. Now, that's a bit concerning given that we have 7 games in 21 days coming up. I guess we'll see more of Winks, hopefully. Trippier got called up to the England squad, but he had to pull out of the matches due to injury. However, Poch has said that he's trained all week and is available for selection. Aurier, Sanchez and Son all played on Tuesday, so they're fit, but they have a long trip back home, so I don't know if we'll actually start with them. We'll have to see. We can line up in 2 ways, either in a 3-4-3 or a 4-2-3-1. Now, it depends a lot on the players available who are ready to play with the team, not necessarily just fitness-wise. Aurier, for example, he didn't train before the international break with the team. He only had the Thursday and Friday sessions before Everton. Furthermore, we've got Dortmund coming up, and bearing that in mind, I have a feeling Trippier will play against Everton and Aurier will play against Dortmund. Now, that still leaves the question of, are we going to play 3 at the back or 4 at the back? If we play 3 at the back, then we need to introduce Sanchez, because I think Dyer needs to stay in midfield for sure, especially with Wanyama out. I don't know why I said Lamela, I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah, with Wanyama out. Or we can line up with a flat back 4. You would have seen both of the examples at this point on the screen. Everton will be glad to be going back home, especially after a draw at City and a 2-0 loss at Chelsea. They also bought a fair few players this window, such as Rooney, Keane, Sigurdsson, Pickford, Vlasic and Sandro. Obviously, we could still line up against Aaron Lennon, who probably will be on the bench, and another former Spurs player, Sigurdsson, who they just bought from Swansea. Now, Rooney's been doing pretty well for them this season. After losing Lukaku, I guess he'll have to step up and score the goals for them. As for Pickford, I remember seeing his Premier League debut back in January 2016, and even though we won that game comfortably, he looked like a promising young keeper, and I actually really liked the look of him. He pulled out of England international duties, however, I think he's ready to play and will start in goal for them. One more thing I forgot to mention, Baines will likely make his 300th appearance for the Toffees. So how do I see this game going? First of all, the team who wins the midfield tends to control the game. Everton have the likes of Sigurdsson, Tadic and Rooney to create chances and score goals. We can match that with Eriksen, Dele and Kane, however. But what we do need to remember is I think we really need to start with some pace from the get-go, like just from the start. However, I don't feel like this game will have a lot of goals in it. And what we also need to remember, and hopefully we've learned from our mistakes against Chelsea, is that we won't give away any silly free kicks outside the edge of the box, because Sigurdsson can punish us. Simple as that. As I said, I don't think we'll see many goals, and maybe our improved bench will help this time in the late game if we don't score early on. And I've got to be positive, don't I? And I'm going to go with a 1-0 to Spurs. Hopefully that will work out. Please let me know your predictions in the comments down below. I'd love to see your views ahead of the game. I don't know about you, but I'm really excited that the Premier League is back in action. The international break is over and we can finally see Spurs playing football and hopefully put August behind us as well. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're new around here and you'd like to see more Spurs related content from me. Check out my social media handles in the description box down below. Hopefully I will see you in the future, and come on you Spurs!